What's up, guys? What could be the last in a series of videos, but definitely not the least. We are going to finally take the model that we made from Adobe Fuse. We rigged it in Mixamo. We downloaded it as an FBX for Unity. We are going to bring that into Unity and replace our friend Ethan with the model that we made so we can play as our own characters. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder in Unity for characters, because I might bring in a few characters as I build out this game. Inside of there, I can right-click, import new asset, and I'm going to find that FBX that I downloaded from Mixamo in my last video. That General Model 2 FBX was the one that I was working with. I'm going to import that. Might take a second. But then there's a few settings that I want to make sure to apply to this prefab before I start dragging it in. The first thing I want to notice is that if I expand it, it's got all my pieces, but it doesn't have the textures. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this guy and look over here at the inspector and change a few things. First thing, model. This is where I could eventually maybe add colliders if I want to be able to run into this model. I don't need to right now. The rig, I want to make sure the rig animation type is humanoid. The avatar is going to create an avatar from the model. That's okay. I'm going to hit apply. Make sure that you apply that setting. Could take another second. Boom. For animation, I see that it's going to import animations from Mixamo.com. Bless that I had to do. Awesome. Then in materials, this is where I want to make sure that I extract both the textures and the material file from the FBX. If I just hit extract textures right here, it found this automatically, but I want to find where the FBX file is in the folder. Just hit choose, and it'll do it automatically. I want to do the same thing for the materials. I should see that prefab down there. Yep, he got textured. I can ignore the missing one for now, but I want to go ahead and extract materials. Same game. It's going to give me a material file. If you remember from earlier, the .mtl, the material file, basically tells the OBJ how to wrap the texture images around it. Cool. One thing that I had as a problem on mine is anytime I made a character in Fuse, rigged it in Mixamo, brought it to Unity, it came in with some transparent materials by default. If I click on my material file right here, for some reason the rendering mode, it defaults to transparent. That would mean that I couldn't see my face or see certain parts from certain camera angles. I'm going to go ahead and change that to opaque. That automatically applies. Now, let's go ahead and bring this guy in. If I drag and drop this, everything all set. Boom, there's my model. Looks pretty good. A little bit taller than Ethan, no worries. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go open up my third-person controller. I'm going to hold shift and click on these, and I'm going to turn them off just by unchecking. So I'm going to turn off Ethan, and then I am going to replace Ethan with my model of myself by dragging him inside there. So I've created, or I've parented my model to the third-person controller. Once it's in there, I can reset the position. So the position is on Ethan's former position, or 000 for third-person controller. And now if I click on third-person controller, the last thing I want to do is the avatar over here. Under the animator, it still is looking for Ethan's avatar. It does not have Ethan's avatar anymore. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And if I imported my material file, it should see General Model 2 avatar. Now I should be set. If I did everything correct to this point, I should be able to hit play and have a animated third-person character in my game in Unity. Look at that. My own model that I made using Fuse, I rigged using Mixamo, the third-person controller from Unity Standard Assets, and boom, I have the basic tools of making a cool third-person exploration 3D world game in Unity. Thanks for following along. There might be a few more on showing how to create pickups, on showing how to turn this thing into VR. But for now, it's just these first four. Thanks for watching.